Hey, great Thursday morning. It is a beautiful morning in the city of Brownsville, Texas. Beautiful morning. Consider all the wacky weather we've been having here of some recent. And it's good to have Captain Bob on this morning. How you doing, Captain?
I'm doing pretty good. Good morning, everybody.
Hadn't seen you in a while.
Yeah, just been taking care of Stella, taking care of the restaurant, promoting ladies' night, the healthiest ladies' night ever in the world at Captain Bob's Wednesday, 5 to 8. All ladies, we provide a free half avocado stuffed with shrimp for the ladies on Wednesday. We're gonna have that special just to stir it up a little bit and promote healthy eating at Captain Bob's.
If I go, do I get a half a avocado thing?
Are you a woman?
I wear pink.
I might consider it. Sure, we'll work something out, you and me.
Yeah, is this like just a way to widen the pool of prospects for Captain Bob
Yes, so they can get a feel for the
for the
museum
for,
style restaurant
for the captain? A feel for the captain.
and see if I can find a girlfriend on ladies' night there at Captain Bob's.
Ah, hey, that's great strategy, bro. I wish I had your money, man. I want to have ladies' night at the Erasmo office.
Well, my good friend, the international businessman Arturo Trevino, brainstormed with me, and we came up with the idea for when Rutledge Hamburgers celebrated 100 years in existence. He went over there and bought 100 hamburgers and put them in an ice chest and went to one of his Trevi drive-throughs and gave away 100 hamburgers to the customers. So he does little promotional events like that, and he said it took 2 hours to give away 100 hamburgers, and they showed up.
That Devi is a smart guy, bro. Smart dude.
Yeah, I was on the phone with him for an hour. Boy, he was discussing plenty of stuff, and we got to hang out at Captain Bob's, and we met some LNG crane operator from Kentucky. So we learned a lot from that gentleman. Also, we spoke with one of the main people of the plasma centers, the one downtown and the one over here off of Price Road.
They're making
Uh,
a killing,
they're making a killing, and we got some statistics, Erasmo, that I'd like to share with you and your viewers.
bro.
It seems that they get 5,000 people a week giving plasma their blood, and uh, it calculates to about a $500,000 that they pay out to these 5,000 people. Guess where the 5,000 people are from?
Mexico,
99% are from Matamoros.
100%. Yeah,
Uh-huh. And where does the blood go? It goes to Chicago, where the laboratories up there make, I think, medicine out of it. And they use some blood for people, but a lot of it's for some sort of medication.
yeah.
And
I see the people crossing the bridge. I mean, with they put that band-aid on them. So you see them, walking across with a band-aid. They came to give plasma and blood and stuff. I mean,
yeah,
yeah,
I mean,
not
I see the people with the bandage all over town. So it's interesting because $500,000 per week goes back into the Matamoros economy. And of course, they walk across the bridge. I understand it's $1,
yeah.
$1 to cross the bridge. So the bridge gets revenue from that. And also, the international businessman told me that Churchy's Fried Chicken downtown gets a lot of their business too.
A killing, bro. That church is, I
Wow.
think, probably one of the top grossest churches in the valley, if not all south of Texas. They make
That's,
crap loads of cash. That was a smart move on Church's part.
and then also, I understand, excuse me, outside of the plasma place downtown, because I understand that they pay you with a debit card. So everybody goes to that ATM machine, and ATM's charging $1 or $2 or $3 per transaction.
Yeah,
So that little ATM machine's making a killing, Erasmo.
yeah, and that ATM machine and the ATM machines in that area are usually owned by Mexican businesses as well.
That's amazing.
Well,
I never knew that until we talked to the lady
you should
that
have
was at Captain Bob's.
you should have asked me. I would have told you. I could have told you.
You didn't know that information, did you?
Of course, Captain Bob. I'm
Come
here.
on.
Come on, Captain Bob. I'm here next to the border. I mean, you know where I work.
Well, you are a smart guy. I've already dissected your brain on my shows, and especially during those shows when we were. Okay, hold on. During those shows when we were doing political shows when you were running, boy, you got a wealth of knowledge.
Hey, can you take me to the store real quick?
Yeah, get in.
Hold on, let me get the baby dress.
Okay, so here I am being a dad at 58 years of age. Come here, Stella.
Thank you.
Get in there.
Mommy couldn't go there.
And so I'm enjoying that God gave me a little girl. And so I get to move around. And somebody told me, Dan Miller told me, Rob, she's going to keep you young. I said, okay, I'll take it.
She's gonna keep you hairless.
That's right. I'm proud that I don't have one gray hair because I shaved my head at Osmo.
You have no hair. Let me say, going back into the economy, one of the things that came out, I think our former mayor, Trey Mendez, went out there and posted that our tax revenue actually decreased while every other city in Brownsville, Captain Bob, increased.
I've had repeat that, please.
Our sales tax here in the city of Brownsville, it went down, whilst all the other cities, our tax revenue dropped by 10%, Captain.
Well, the international businessman Turi told me in the last, oh shit, I think he's been telling me for days that the sales tax increased compared to last year in the Brownsville area. And he's trying to figure it out. And he thinks he's figured it out. He thinks that the 55,000 ratepayers of the PUB are the ones that increase the sales tax because correct me if I'm incorrect, the PUB charges a sales tax on the bill. And
they charge for everything.
Yeah, and right now I'm being told by because he likes to study things. He did the bike and walk trail, the bus system. Now he's trying to figure out the sales tax increase. He's saying that and many people he's talking to feel that the PUB's gone up 15 to 20% since last year.
Well, in this period, we went down 10%, but for the year to date, we have an increase of 5%, and that's where the PUB comes in, if I'm not mistaken. But in general, we're losing money as a city. But I dare to say that we're losing money because we're investing in all the wrong things. We're not actually investing in the economic growth and the economic development of our area. We're not taking advantage of a lot of the resources that you constantly mention every single time you open your shows. That I think right now are the number one shows in all of South San Antonio, the most watched podcast. I think is
what I'm claiming. Well, the Tony Reisinger, the Cameron County Extension agent for the Marine Sea Life, his show shot up to, I think it's around 2,500 right now, and it hasn't even been 24 hours. So I'm very proud of CBS and especially of my friend for 42 years, Tony Reisinger. We covered the shark attacks and some shrimp and fish farming that's going on across Texas, and just it was a very interesting show. We're getting a lot of comments and people calling in about Tony Reisinger. So I'm very okay. We can move now. I'm proud of that show. Tony Reisinger is going to come on twice a year, I think.
Wow.
So that's going to be pretty good. So we can learn about, since we're so close to the Gulf of Mexico, 24 miles east of us is South Padre Island, and
Llévale eso, papi, ¿sí? And he's gonna give you a check in return. Sorry, guys. Also, can you? There's some stuff in the back of the car. Can you take that to Linda? A ver si está ahí. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
bunch of people.
Okay, I need to go to the store and I need to talk to you about something in private, sweetheart.
Okay, darling.
Wow. Okay, I'll remember this.
Here, hold on.
Uh-oh. You know,
Yeah, we're having a bad morning. Okay, she took off. Hold on.
she's always
So,
she's always crying.
hold on. Hold on.
She's only happy when you take me out to dinner.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's what happens when you go through a divorce, and you go to when you go through a second divorce. Come on, Stella, it's okay. You're gonna see Mama later. She'll be cool. Oh, I don't know. She just has rough mornings, Erasmo. People are different.
And afternoons and evenings. Expenses are down because people in Brownsville are spending less. It's crazy, but one of the things, and I think Hector mentioned this right now. You know that that's one of the reasons why I leave Brownsville. It would be so much more better, Captain Bob, for someone like me or yourself to be able to want to spend the money here locally than having to go to McAllen, Harlingen, to different parts in order to to get stuff done.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's an example of where Brownsville didn't help. The Tabitha, I think that's her name, the lady that the shark bit her calf off. Why couldn't Brownsville take care of her? Our physicians and hospitals.
Well, we did.
She's at the
She was a
she's at
DHR.
the, she's at the trauma center in McAllen.
Well, yeah, because we don't have a trauma center. But I think she started off at DHR. I'm not sure. I think it was a DHR here locally, wasn't it?
Okay. I
But
don't know.
one of the other things that a lot of people were wondering is, we don't have an emergency room or a hospital on South Padre Island.
Yeah, that's a good one.
How can a beach, Captain Bob, that constantly has drownings or accidents and a lot of different incidents, how can a beach not have
Okay.
an emergency center there?
Yeah, I don't. That's a good one. They should have an emergency center. And what about the population of Port Isabel,
They don't
which
have any.
isn't much? I mean, that South Padre Island fills up with people in the summer.
Saludos a Mayas de Corpus Christi. Good to see you all on this morning. Well, it's just amazing. But I'm going back into the sales tax. It's really unfortunate because we're never going to realize the great potential that we can have as a community until we start reining in the tabs of it. So it's we need to keep our money here locally.
Yes. Okay. Kind of breaking news
What's going on?
on CBS, better known as the Captain Bob Show. In about, let me see, today's Thursday. That's 3, 10. In 12 days, I'm going to have former two-time Mayor Pat Almada and present-day City Commissioner Roy de los Santos together on the show to debate, but have a nice conversation about interesting subjects that I've already put together. Both have agreed to come on, so that one should be a award-winning show.
Well, I think
Uh,
all your shows are award winning, aren't they?
yeah, they're all award-winning, but I think that's good, and I might want to toy with the idea of having you with us.
Yeah, I'll be on there. I,
You
that's,
know, to
that's
add.
that's actually one I'd like to be on, and I'll tell you why. I've seen some of the shows that you've had with Pat, and I think Pat, he's feeding off of the popularity of Captain Bob because he tries to go out there and take control of your show.
You're not the only one that has said that comment, but
Well, I don't. I mean, nothing against Pat. I mean, that's just who Pat is. But
yeah, that's okay.
but I want to hear from Captain Bob. If I'm going on to the CBS show, I want to hear from Captain Bob. I don't want somebody else taking over and controlling your damn show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know, but sometimes the anchor needs to step back a little bit because they're coming in with different experiences and different knowledge.
Yeah, but if it was a one-time thing, I can understand. But he does it every single time he's on your damn show.
Well, he's coming back Monday.
I'll-
This is the third week. It'll be the third week in a row, and then with Roy, it'll be the fourth week.
Yeah,
I
on
like
Monday,
Pat. I like Pat. I like the fire, and he says some stuff sometimes that makes me laugh.
but with Pat, it's always about Pat. No, it's true. Again, nothing against him. I mean, hey, more power to you. But it's always just about Pat.
Well, he's Pat Almada, two-time former mayor, pet advocate.
Yeah.
And I asked Pat, if there's 220, 250,000 people in Brownsville, how many pets are there? He told me 100,000.
Yeah, he's nuts.
There's a so I thought that was interesting. But his shows, he's got about 3,600 views between the two shows so far.
Yeah,
So
man, yo te lo
he-
rozo, no te preocupes.
he's got a lot of views, a lot of viewership, wants to hear from him.
Well,
Of course, he makes the hair stand up on the back of necks of several people when he, and he's critical of the elected officials, present day elected officials. He's very critical.
well,
He
yeah,
still has a lot of passion for the community.
he's critical about everybody. He's got
So I think that's going to be a show to watch with Roy.
he's critical about anyone that's not Pat Ahumada. Let's see. If only the city would award project contracts to locally owned businesses, but it seems the contracts are awarded to companies' business from other cities. Yeah, because there's a lot less being able to check and see how do you connect the dots and who actually got a check from these people when it's coming out of town. That's why one of the reasons, and we talked about this the other day, that's one of the reasons why our judge Eddie Trevino held his first fundraiser in Hidalgo County instead of having it here in Cameron County, because that's where they distribute the contracts for the county, and that's where they get the money. Captain Bob, so what's your take on us missing a hurricane, and were we actually prepared for a hurricane?
I saw HEB in a plaza across the street from Captain Bob's put up wood on the windows. They covered up the windows pretty good. They were prepared. Nobody else was. Some people were, but I mean, it looks like Houston got a lot of rain, and I think they had 3 deaths. So I'm sad about that, but Brownsville, I don't know. It's a good thing we didn't get that, but we are happy about the rain we got.
True to that. Hey, Captain
Yeah.
Bob, I won't be here on Monday, unfortunately, so I won't be able to make the show. I'll be in Oaxaca. I have a wedding and a little commitment to do this weekend in Mexico. But as soon as I come back, I said I'll hook up with you and we'll do a show together and counter attack everything that Pat and Roy La Chanclas go out there and say.
There you go. I think that's a good idea.
Uh, Captain,
When are you coming back?
I'll be back on Tuesday. Well, I'll be back on Monday evening. So, well, let's do it on Tuesday.
Okay, of the following not next week, but the following week.
No, this next week, right after the Pat Ahumada and Roy Dos Santos.
Well, Pat is Monday. He's going to talk about pets, dogs. That's this Monday in 4 days. Then the following week, Tuesday, is Roy de los Santos and Pat Almada.
Oh,
So
yeah,
you will be in town.
yeah, I'll do that. Let's do that. Hey, Captain Bob, I got some clients here waiting for me, so I actually got to go get to work. You know, work is work. So thanks for coming on. It's good to see you.
Bye bye.
Guys, have a great day. I got work. We'll be back on Tuesday, and maybe with Captain Bob. Guys, be good to each other. Continue to me. God bless.